What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Philip here with Thrifty PS Gamer Reviews, and as I've said before in the past, you don't get much more thrifty than free. So, let's continue our series of Pass or Play. I did Tribes of Midgard the other day, and today I'm here to do Curse of the Dead Gods. Now, Pass or Play is basically where we discuss the PlayStation Plus titles for that month and decide whether it's worth your time. You know, time sometimes is more valuable than money. And so let's get into it. Is it worth it? Is it going to be fun? Is it going to be something you're going to enjoy? And that all depends on you. So let's get into it. First of all, I love the artwork. I love the design. The art in it is really cool. It's kind of cartoonish, but very dark, very sinister looking, which is kind of cool. I actually really enjoyed that. It is definitely a roguelike. I knew nothing about this game when I first started playing it, and about 5 to 6 hours in, I still know nothing about the game. Story-wise, it's not a very story-driven title. It's more of, I almost feel like it's an action isometric kind of arcade style where, if you're old enough to remember going to an arcade, you didn't really have a huge story, didn't really have a ton of backstory in the game. You just didn't have a lot of that. You played as a character, you went through the game, and if you died, you started back over. And that's essentially what we have here. Couple cool things, though. As you go through, you obviously, being in a roguelike, you're going to get collectibles. You're going to get a couple different types of currency to buy the collectibles with, and you're going to get these. Then when you die, you can actually spend those on purchasing permanent upgrades or permanent weapons that have special abilities, which makes every subsequent run after even easier. Essentially, what you're going to do is you're going to die enough times, get your character super OP, and then die less. So that's fun for some people. Not necessarily my type of game, but I can appreciate what they did. The gameplay is super solid. The artwork is really enjoyable. And the mechanics had me playing this for about 3 hours straight, which, it's a roguelike, and I hate those type of games, but this had me, for some reason, kept coming back to it. I would definitely recommend this game as a pass. As a play. I would not pass on this game. It's free. It's worth your time. If I was going to give it a number, I'd probably say 7.5 out of 10. And that's only because there's really almost next to no story. And like I said, I'm 6 hours in. You figure there'd be some sort of story as to what's going on. And there's really not. Let's get into a couple of the things that I didn't like. Obviously, I've already hit on the story. I will get into combat just a little bit. Like I said, gameplay mechanics are really fun. Like, the things that implement to make your gameplay better, I think are really fun. It's really enjoyable. It constantly keeps making you come back and making you not feel like you just wasted your time, because even after you die, you get some of these upgrades and things like that. One of my biggest gripes is with the weapons and the dodge dash roll mechanic. I am not a fan at all. Now, a lot of roguelikes require you to get really good at timing. I've been playing video games all my life. I am 35. I started playing when I was probably 5 years old. So, I am no stranger to games that make you deal with your timing, that make you have to time things just right. I've played Aladdin on the Super Nintendo, so I know what hard games are. I know what timing can do. I'll never forget trying to get that stupid carpet out of that daggum cave. In this game, I feel like they need to go in and adjust the timing just a bit on the dodge, roll, dash mechanics. They don't work right. And I found myself getting nailed and destroyed quite often. Even if I anticipated the move and tried to dodge out of the way, I still got hit. And I didn't understand that. And it didn't get any better. Like, so I have also played games like, Elden Ring that are just punishing to the player. But after a while, you pick up the timing and they're not as punishing. This game never felt like that. It always felt like the dodge mechanic was always a bit cheeky in the way it worked. Outside of that, though, I don't have a lot of negative to say about the game. Obviously, I can't judge the story because there really isn't one, which is why I did dock for it, because I do think games have to have some sense of direction now, especially in this time, in this day and age. We need to have some sort of direction in a game, or at least give us a main character name. Unless I missed it, I don't even know who the main character is. Like, obviously I know it's the person I'm controlling, but I don't know his name. I don't know why what happened? How is he cursed by the dead gods? Or is he trying to break the curse of the dead gods? Or what, other than the gods' names on the weapons and the armor pieces and the shops that you go to, like, there's nothing that ties them together. And so it feels a little bit like, hey, we're going to make this game. It's going to be really fun, really solid. We're going to apply these names to this stuff. But they honestly could have called it, Bob's Weapon Hut. And it wouldn't have made a difference to the way the game handles plays or what have you. I still think that for free, this game is a great game to go ahead and play. It is 100% a play title. Give it a shot. Even if you hate roguelikes, something about this game will have you keep playing it. Pastech did a great job. I have never heard of this studio before, and they did wonderful on it. I just want a story next time. It doesn't even have to be a big story. This and Hades are kind of, I would say, brother and sister. And Hades had a story. It was a very, very quick and cheap story, but it was a story. You're trying to escape hell. Here's why you're trying to escape hell. You don't agree with the ruler of hell, who happens to be your father. Okay, cool. So you're trying to escape his dungeon. No big deal. Just something to give you some sort of narrative skin in the game. The game is super fun, though. I know I've bashed on the story, and so I'm kind of sounding contradictory right now. But a game can be fun and have a crappy story, and a game can be fun and have no story. So I think if you give it a shot, I think you'll really, really enjoy this game. Guys, if you stay till the end of the video, please like, subscribe, and as always, stay thrifty.